Okay, so like there's the development for instance for like people to discover that knowledge as well as getting both to create the being that the knowledge of that or the manpower or like the data basically for like both they don't see like a lot of that so the manpower is definitely the other positive so definitely if are looking from the point of that you might have definitely had the ultimate goal of that bring down like the average and then with that actually might have studied that different outcomes and might have found out that about like the height might have been the basic definitely from that might have been like the minimum frame so definitely at that point that we might have defined height and it needs to be like an after of height and to height so that eventually went down like that we made it around the right that might have planned and that's what the symbol of the film plan like been around that time that like we might have had this like fun fight and support might have been the case like that we are like studying about like after like studying about like height like it might have like either that or like saying that realizing that sibling symbol is that uh, so it's like the manners of that someone who have like high defender might be along the lines like it might have had that certain way that is so like the comedians might have to like take advantage of that and might have don't likely source the help of like downhill and the comedians might have improved the chemical method through like the help of like downhill that like it might have became like unlock the high second support and became these might have became like the master of like the fight so might have been what might have happened in the question was like the body is that of the and that we have the strength and that's the master which might have given like the order to that the high fountain to study hard and become a Sarasas might have been what might have happened but certainly not and so as well might have been according to like in plans to like eventually actually have that become like the principle of that thing never know and they at that point for vaccines to that basically gather I figure out that if someone like the students might be containing like the power of height within the and basically still to get their master that's that might be along the line like it means might have the supplement and that way the really might have again on becoming like the principle of like never know like really might have found that that stage as well that showing like similar pattern to entire to that that of like height someone who has like the height with exactly like Kimball and along the lines like my military figure that like sailor definitely have a height with it. So like at that point I'm like according to the plan we might not only might have basically end up situated for like sailor like means like the principles might have given that order to that sailor to that to have special skill like the karate skill and yeah, that one definitely is might have given like the order to involve uh, to yeah, through fitness to that to that unlocks like the hydrogen and say what might have been able to it might be how that the hydrogen let's say that might have got unlocked it might have improved the technology but other yeah, while that the hydrogen window might have been unlocked most likely by something is a chemical method might have been one that has to be present the English right so that according to my secondary question that up to the on to that means might be like the master of that important as well as that say that things don't might be right like remember the might particularly understand that it might have been don't help that might have exactly same as that myself help in and it might have improved concept that chemical that the hydrogen in both which might exist that might have been unlocked by use might have been one might have open in that system as the community and that might have been that like second method might have its that extreme delicacy where like location of that so like different only thing the chemical method might be like the breeding required for like the chemical method might be extremely expensive as well as that extremely hard to that point after that acquire might be like the accuracy of like the percentage might be the reason for like upon the anything like the fraction of the size of the next symbol as in my probability or the next symbol to the jump such an artist that like could like probably take advantage of that magic meter through symbol might be around the lines of like what's going to happen like the possibility that it is so large, but these might be very important for also that people might be something to uneasy about that, but this that focus of in like let's say partner investigation something to that the mysteries of now more as well as to that the most of and the thing might be like active situation that you know so that means a person might be suddenly focusing on like care tactics to create that urgency of the Wednesday. So that way through fear to not have Wednesday that Wednesdays that investigation, personal investigation might be along the line of like to make that happen might be of that extreme high priority uh, for like use and for might be like the acute of the need of surrender. So definitely different that other than the data like and the ones like Wednesday would be meeting kind of like I'm totally putting that Wednesday will be meeting kind of and start with that in the look at the night to make it towards like Kimbo officer. So like I'm putting that Wednesday doing the process that will be hoping to like find proof that might that according to like Wednesday's perspective, like and Wednesday believes that Wednesday might be only hoping that like might connect that Wednesday theories of that that might prove Wednesday theory that comes from like a close to Wednesday like find like keyboards the office it might connect like keyboard that we like the master of that if they might be also like Wednesday might be voting while looking at the office like the sorting. It's like a scenario that I'm looking at that might have to bring that Wednesday getting a shot and the song is right that like in most of this one like I'm understand while the also they are like finding another set of that photo of that is made Wednesday like from that dot trying to like meeting kind of like the photo of that as well as like Wednesday getting on to that kind of stuff we go up to that symbol of it like maybe these two photos as well as trying for like a new photo of like the walk up as well. They think to be important among like the collection of photos that like that's what the payment step to get to find out that as well as right but that can work all this that thing the scenario that was for the question this might be that yeah that right is not like in this girl when Spain to that we think investigation like to make that happen like an and that we start the photos right we want to hear that about the micro information like use attending attack on space that again the generative translate it's not that we need to bring an operation the blame is the bring that's the moment Wednesday sort of feel agree on this that wanted to then talk about Kimball attack that Wednesday one look for that in I don't straight away uh, that as well as like in the we might have already found out about like the diaries the things that people said within the people library going missing as well. So like that means it might not be assembling like it will be the such data for it. So that's it. I think it might have already came down to the conclusion and like on that very side like the clinical test to do the things now to investigate that symbol from the workflow and that way that number contacting from the reflects the help of technology. Once again, let's tell the patient that the body of national care and the Thailand and this being on it as well as like the flexibly the taking some stronger and making it towards like and making it trying before that kind of and the saving it to that about of this vaccine and for the making of that and like dealing the port of electrical from at the topic and they hiring something or like that the composition that everything was saying in that day that then so you don't getting ready in the photo and like in the service section now it's direction over the yes so that even the reaction right now is for like the most just not very then started like the photo to be helping reflecting the final that is what the so that kind of bring that future right so different that what we might be that just giving on to that if we can like if we like say the alternative between let's say the national section both control the convention might be great to like set out one at least one target every week might be along the lines of that how things might be usually means that you usually don't get this week might be like the basic the positive so like for like the target this week like I'm looking that mean that just telling giving the order to like say to the high figure to like just take out in your thing so that can find us at the bottom. Would be so there might be around 10 from like the to do like the or to like the right say or at the end of the on this like current night like understand that the like yeah along with this like just getting along with this like very stream that setting up right now on the thing. I'll get the the same like stuff for like the stuff like a develop the like the most of showing up and like making it on like album like the universe scenario that I'm afraid and at that point it's not like going to be training and this then getting linked to that as like the number year about to like take out and at that very last second and like like showing up so that gadgets a few scenario that I'm doing at the end of the thing at that point but like first of like the trying forward like even though sort of thing at that point for like the two demons like just struggling against like someone but still for the like choices out against like the monster like rather than I was near the game was fine. Galton at that point that screaming the pain and the fear again screaming like for the time that the other fully members that and at that point Galton like with his them all deeply showing some shows that location and Indian some at that point like the monster stealing them and like the monster on with it and like the traditional look like seeing that in the look like the scenario direction. So like at that point like the story well running away and hiding like and getting away like the scenario that I'm looking at the game of the and I'm going to think of like that we can make that so our point like then the opinion to that get in time and like so that's about easily gadget something that was like that in the battery they reflecting the enough that I'm going and another trend is that they like and the very next day, like I'm doing that, just reading on the like expect this week of them, like giving all that details about like uh, the like class again, like the model and everything. Like the scenario that and the player different like that class getting like the most of the everything like would be like would I observe and notice a lot of like unusual things about it, the most so like the in this scenario that a bit or that such a good review that I can say that was just going to be phenomenal that you know the brain. So it's like the treatment within the right now that both things as well as like that I might be perfectly safe that the clearance from the society like it might have been a leaking in that might have probably destroyed like the ring of that mistake. So we did do that first ignoring like that message of that thing that is made I think that in similar for like let's say uh, like made I mean how yeah it's similar made a sort of and like even saying Wednesday missing at that point like anything that might have not been in another platform like at that point like anything that might have not been able to continue ways and might have most likely destroyed like the industry of that Wednesday including that Wednesday fellow and people might have been one might have happened might have been very question by which would like the even by sitting on those side that total might definitely be able to like transform into that and safety to take the form of like that tiny graphic of maybe and factor which is that way that tiny graphic perform that sonic from within might have study with the web space and might have been buying on web space for a while now maybe like that's it the is the so definitely that way might have been through such a manner that like downhill a fundamental frame that might have been so easily but getting the time to that race been slightly it might have been longer that might have taken the photo and getting the time making it take time to like place the photo that when they was about to leave to the small silent to like and kids and everything that just before that like from that song to be able to like time it all and then they take the photos and get the photo in time before that time and when they makes it to and get to make it there before that and place the photo at like that out of like and then get and everything for like to present the time it all like and so it's very possible for like a continent dimension like sorted and might have been only to see like this power of laptop it might be like going to the terminal range. So at that way continent dimension like it might have been quite sorted in that the range you know sort of phone that continent while spying on Western from like instead there are pictures that like on his might have found out about like Wednesday getting hold of the diary might have been like the case that they were so like the level were by now that total through total that both total and things might be also process of might be also aware of that the process of that under the as well along with that when as well that for that as well like from the current that thing as well as that total might be aware of that about the level of the current so that the current might have that way in the 90 class of component might have total might have only seen that the strength object like that person and like might have been that they don't straight away getting that information to the that we have given at that point that we might have that is probably yes because like it's like because like it's might have actually seen like the one of that one that like morning the next day that so that you can then like getting that varies towards lecture and then understand happen then through that the information in lecture area detailed out information in lecture area about like the height and basically yes, like Serbia has been already having like the photo of like the height cases like that's already from that when you and basically uh, that is like that there is like present in that had like that says and like the people library like you know what so that so that this is all the reason like they might have that and if they are like in like the diary get that's why get the diary feels like the content that one like into the to the proper but like the sure might be around the line that in might have here and like that way at that point like you might have straight away so sound into that in fact into that like that's what like the finding that and they should be great until that point stay to pause the fleet for like total to like that are good steps to like to take to that change that like the diary might be around yeah like the diary might be around the night that these might have given the of to that one might have been like the case that you know and the then even total while just the while in fact the tiny graph of perform might have been fine on like Wednesday and like at that point that song might have seen that the conversation between like Wednesday and things are like Wednesday assigned thing to like his to take care of that garden that the diary and like was the leading like the leading that home and all this like in the tiny graph of that home find like context might have seen definitely on the premise so that context might have been one of the things that might have stated with about like so and straight away like it might have given like for figure and straight away might have given the order to like say that to that create that like the diary from like when they and at that point, working straight out and might have been like it might have straight away for failure and might have to say that to that straight away about that might take on and before entering with stage on to that for failure with that and to step to that to keep transform into like failure to like a monster iPhone. Uh, might have been like a game on the revision. Then to like into that when skill and if we to on for like the hand thing and so forth to that safely to definitely get back like the dialect to think might get of like that we might have given like the order to like data and that might have been what might have happened so like things might have been and things might have been with the shop when that on seven like after like when they left like when like the door might have opened and that it might have been that the high most of that might have entered into that when they there might have been a little bit clash between that thing and like the high one the failure and like it might have been the front of that clash that like the fellow and like all the property like when the human that the film scale might have made like it something on but like things might have also by giving the photos to that failure might have also given to that failure to take things out in such a way so that like by the time I still will be finding things in that section of the stage that they would be getting content to that supplement that like spectrum of like a human and the monster right this is to ensure that this be the case might have been of like extreme high priority for like the recent plan with the respect having for it that the diary like the original language so this theory of the output like this where it like when finds out that it was like a monster class against like thing that that took out things and at that point like when paired into submitting like the possibility of like the high savior like master being perfect had like never more and like the same like substitution moving towards like being like the master of like savior maybe along the line that he might have had that fear so like he might have given like the order to like the high savior to by having like the class again like think to use the weapon, and that might be how that will be think of the like really being in that almost taken on scale but lacks the weapon might be due to lack the fact that might be that that weapon is given again. So like it might have been a clash between that thing versus like the high savior of the while like the high savior might have been like within that weapon. So during the capacity thing might have been what made it happen is that we have brain. So yes, so we have friends right now is definitely one like things to definitely right and that when for the point was there like when there will be asking thing to as to that who they did that it was like being very interesting that at that point I was very thing for me to let's say that it was like some of the height. So that the day of the very on the person uh most like they confident in that tiny grass of form like either the person like that spike of like something might have not gotten sound of like thing that might be like that to this person and like according to that means plan like say might have transformed into and so to like transform into it's like high forms before like entering shortly before like entering like the room when might have and like taking on things might have been what might have happened to the so, like the only thing might have been that the amount of high kind of during that class might be like that actively effective to do it especially by the right. Okay, like the name of them so right understanding for like when stay not like say things like not like they telling things that like just stand outside of like don't have to just little that things so badly want to like say like about the day but like side of like especially with like the stuff like associated attempt of like things repeatedly ending up becoming like going to like right now most likely let's say they're probably using that like strategy and basically telling things that basically when they love side of will be along the lines like once they're feeling that the unknown thing and thing at that point that even more than the association like the song of that thing here and such word coming out of like when the like that resulting in like thing from that song like of music now and it coming back to like like doing the scenarios that like how from that thing will be done that it's like another scenario that I could bring out again. So that in such a long, three different comical manner, like on that Wednesday, they like saying right now, like the scenario that I'm the morning of the brain. So like they are still implement so like even from like the stuff like of my dubbing that extreme to that sense like a lot of my load actually yeah and engagement to that basically in exchange for like about hiding that the total information about like the kind of gate and like the poison and that connected to like yeah they like long like this not in exchange for like having that total information for like one of my boss and the game to that in exchange to like make Walker to that one else of the very good. My dad didn't want to happen and we through such yeah that is that and that Walker my dad became like the name of the Jericho. So that but still after like a while like maybe after like few months or like after a year like sending it really that to get my dad for down to that and to get and yes my dad wanted to like complain and my dad wanted to like to tell that to everyone about that. That's the concept that that is about. Okay. And basically, it might navigate my one plane and say for this that time. So that way, at that point, I'm looking like Walker might have been like the mayor of that Jericho. They don't discuss it. By that might have been like the like Walker, the funeral trainer. So definitely like one play like it like and definitely at that point again, gives me a lot of approach Walker about like strength in the like concept and uh, might have been like a real so like definitely for like one of the like non to with like math process for like the crime of like hiding about the information about like the poison and usually failed saying at the gate that basically having that really probably that change of that the formation is what I mean. But like on also each day like go to like Wednesday that on like the schedule that it does it has like on start like at that point, I was trying like might not have exactly up the in because like I'm thinking even from the about like when he was when like even back when like gave the like and like one thing that Walker might use to like often with it like and to get some back that. And they believe that that one thing that one might have been that like, and the case might have been enhanced for of that just touched on quite all dates, in the family perfect it might have been against that document form. Might have been that against the to like just state that putting that the correct deploying like the smartphone like chat it just like I think it might have probably on language phrase today might have given like create like a fear when that water is in a better signal like that prevent that creating jail time as well as less listening that may have first like for example making a signal that might have step they taken out like and gave them his wife and that then they that might it might have happened on my event that exact time like so if you're going to like I'm going not in might have in not present at like the home again which is okay for some that they don't get their own might have covered and that might have related that might have sent out and there are things that what might have taste like might have attempted to like take out some things might have been one to that with the human solution what might have assumed that dog is was taken out even though even though yeah the body was the might have been one here within that walk of community and the possibility of that the they have survived and they can even like the possibility of no being like turning to that take out that walk. And that exactly might have been what the supplementary like they abroad might have survived and we might have simply figured out about like coherence of that walk and basically that they would bring like the day of like the take out of that non gets bad as well as bring up the not really might have Doctor team might have accepted the right from like longer to like manipulate that the formation for connecting to also like the takeout of that the parents of like dog case by what I said might have been what they have in supplement to like dog case by that might have figured out about all the center. That way like an experiment of already as well might have fallen under like the target uh of that event. Uh, this like all this might have planned to like take out including the walk-up might have been in that way, like it might have been 11 games that might have taken out from cricket, as well as that throwing extra Cadillac uh, uh, and like sales might have that the patent like that actually might have been one kind of this what given for it. With like later for instance, like in this technique of like so to like transform into like the height from fight it from like Wednesday. Reflected with another direction, but like there is like that right now for like when there's questions against like so like when the phone is triggering that unpredictability nature and the compensate to reason like a compensate of the national economic like the from the first day and on purpose I straight away once they getting to that series problem that scenario that I'm able to bring and like has that say will be able to take out Wednesday. Like at that last second something like that 100% like showing up to that one pin another that so like but like customers like a little hours like and that's still just like public against that but I actually like personality so literally that I have like the scratch one that so taking and like injury and today I'm referring as like and I'm referring like within that time like I'm referring like if I stay to the then about later and silent state infected another so like I'm referring as like the I'd say about the title like that's what that very last second is when up is part that Calcin along with the flag. So Calcin along with the flag for the state that's going on and he's talking later. So that the I say like the scenario that of the bring on when I go to the thing of getting standing there and like then that we can say that the I say that is less not that I'm going something. And then the game so like at that point I was referring that say the I say that like and that noticing if we go some the possible only at that point that I'd say that will be actually not in Wednesday. Like the value there and that Wednesday so that after like element of like Sega's mind that comparing to after that injury that closure and that to that I'd say that and basically Sega that organization like the bad danger on Wednesday. And at that point I was the point that automatically that would be that the high transformation stuff and down at that point in front of that Jalpit and the second team and Wednesday and so and like Sega the current track from like transformation phase to like saver and that definitely things saver is like the tsunami that I was going to train up against the like it is like the right now that the high might be like the sun of that as the height or down Manakova might be like that with the cleaner great so that they and that title that they might be being controlled and might be only having some master exactly that master might be definitely don't remember that so I'm still in the represent right now that is the point is that care might be something and will be profit inactivity might be the plot and maybe might be that long get definitely not created. And so things might actually be content in disguise. Might be like that definitely not. And this might be the reason for like the past like we when that Walker and seen content and like Tyler and so on and Walker I think having said that is if you had seen content somewhere before like might be that maybe this the reason because like content might at the provider might be that long gates definitely might be that angle to the human brain. So that total might have simply iterated to the more to take out like quantum like range towards like and to like exploit more might be that the actual game that we mentioned about all the black rains might be having like absolutely no awareness at all about might be also like that will this definitely might be friend. So like it might be nonsense that might be like stepping sneaking out in like the middle of the night and sleeping and like and to get home. Uh, might be that actually the might be so that the customer can it might be so that was actually the chemical method that like focus something like the opponent might have that take control that and awaken like the hate within that side might be like that with the supplement and definitely that's not it earlier than they bring into like especially in the case of the night like sneaking to like the secret life they might available for like that like so in that future same in like the future library to lab working that really step and gain all the in-depth knowledge about like the hate content that could stay perfectly and perfectly control that kind of uh, might be like that the might be so that definitely I'm still the represent that like walk up might have been like the culprit who might have approach might have attempted to like take out long days might have been working and like and like Walker might have returned while after that like he had taken on that long days but like long days might have survived and definitely long days might have found out that he found out that it was like Walker about like Walker still in the mandatory long days might have then created her own ultimate strategy to like turn back to like Nevermore and take out like pretty as well as that Walker as well as Twilight and everything that Nevermore maybe along the lines that Lord Gates might have fixed with her mind that like Lord Gates might have came up and then down with like the quality of like the disguise uh, of that content character content and in that way that it might be spotted that might have and not Lord Gates that might have run back to Nevermore and basically in that way that something might have linked it and managed to like integrate it with like Nevermore by like breaking in into that thing that Tom is like genuine but and like that way joining us like Tom at like Nevermore and then ongoing something like Tom Lord Gates might have even back then things like Garrett games that long game for the RPG that Garrett games like an so like that other maybe it might have been through Garrett games and like the past when he was alive then like long games might have heard of like the secret life and like uh and like Nevermore and containing like all sorts of that the steel and everything also the secrets and everything might be around the night like maybe through like the through Garrett games and like might have heard of both this as well like to just be integrated into that from the object like just be integrated into that nevermore something like the identity that song can contain to then to that way to get access to like all the student groups running all the speakers in like different lives that way and like nevermore and that way to through those books to like eventually for like a song to get remixed on destroy on water as well as like a right side of India to like destroy left and then get like regarding my idea of the lines like topic might have definitely attended definitely on the record. So like it might have been for like topic and the film expertise of like never more I'm like the dog on at like never more academy that like topic might have definitely that gone through found the same electricity library and gone through that the parts of the book that eventually might have found the book about like the height and like it might be that the book about the height that might have found that found in that things that it might have seen as height like the ultimate weapon that found it can use to like the material of the world and the other thing like the pattern of like that someone who has like hydrogen that might have been needed out in that field. And that they are put that way maybe through that with that and relax on it while stepping out to like and Donald might have while as like the government and Donald might have said gone around and said no the students and like observed all the students that like never more to believe like anyone that face like the patterns of like I but like none of like the student might not play such pattern. So like then Donald might have decided to like I'd like to recommend that way like something might have while so while the direct like success like silent like song at that point like might have been when like Donald might have found that like Tyler of impact like the playing like the pattern of like hype and that way like and the like Donald might have definitely through that book like found out about like the thinking false and might have that and that way through again it was like Donald might have definitely taken awakened and taken control of and became like a master of that high kind of might have been what might have the second might put during a person right now. And also this is the man of the that like Donald definitely might be having like power of her own which might have like shape shifting power which like Donald might be able to like as well as like a powerful like to create and to like to manipulate plans and for might be like the base supplement definitely bring might be so forward like unique power that like Donald might be able to like clean up that evidence and footprint and everything. So it might be that activity that one might be that might have happened with like the same of the temperature. So it might be also able to like shape it into a ground of uh, it's like might be a random way to like that from might have this multiple times and like create a trying to like up to like 500 as well as like also for things as well as everyone might be like actually effect that needs might be very so like even I know that like it might have been like so it's giving like the or to that side of that might have also been that side of taking out to go might have been what might have actually happened with the name of the religion. So it's definitely that so we might have probably plus that is like both favor as well as that to both and I that that during like interrogation of that saver as well as like to both like at that point like definitely the so much the so it might come out due to that during interrogation that the that failures like uh, the things that failure was having to like say during like the interrogation would be like perfectly matching with like the thing that people would be having to like say during such interrogation as well. So that to prevent to like that way to that prevent like the possibility of like being failure as well as that to both being getting proven to be innocent like to prevent that from happening at that day for like the possibility of like to prevent like the possibility of people moving on from like import and savior towards like the tonic and uh, moving from like sufficient moving from savior to that other like to prevent the from happening like and definitely according to like the plan of like tonic might have segregate even like the order to that style of like to at that point itself like take down that symbol so that like basically regardless of like how much savior or by itself that tells that people that the things that is innocent like actually the calculate won't be that believing that savior will be along the lines of different things that Sonic might have believed that this might be the reason for like the seventh thing of that I can right now. Definitely might experience the survival. So yeah, definitely might experience right now that I think that the role of the made a little scenario where that of that side of gives me no follow any orders, but it's like acting out on the song to that perfect mistake. might have been what might have actually happened in like around in September, and the development like the height and the month might be having such a connection that it may end up that the individual turns into like a height, like the master might be instantly becoming aware, might instantly become aware, which might be how height and mass might be connected to the the moment like Xavier and Tyler had like taken out wrong like definitely my intention right now is that like avoid my dad talking about taking off that and the being of transition. So at the moment like Tyler had taken out wrong like most likely that started that way might have been recently became aware of it might have been the names that may have addressed and that means might have been started that might have told PM cast to core exactly means instead of getting that uh, at that point, the Rohit might have said the approach that just where might have was some sort of chemicals and it's that might have been what maybe might have been professor that when they're passing out during that point or the like might be very so that might have been what what at the thought it might have been that definitely understood by Rohit because this might be so which like Rohit might be able to like manipulate like the pause and that way like it's like how Thornton has it's like how like about like footprint like that certainly suggest in that terrain like that when the and like this big that might have been in the Thornton's work and that means the role as well like it might have been not him that might have still be uh like played for the strategies and like the entire to land for queens instead of captain and basically so that like Thornton would be steadily able to land for like so he can do just be able to land higher for the academic by the time Kelton is showing up. Uh, might be announced the night like how sort of mind of spread they connected to the flat channels. Might have been one of them to say Tyler and to prevent like Kelton being able to like connect like the monster towards like Tyler. Just might have been that things and like it also might have done back then. Might be like the case like about the development bring on the range.